Hello everybody, so today I'll be doing a commentary over the brand new pictures that we have of the brand new female Mutos from Carla. So I can finally say that it's from Carla, and I didn't want it to spoil all the information since I actually knew this like about 2 or 3 months way back before anybody actually knew about it. And I'll be telling you guys my side of the story and some information that I know that mostly you guys might not know. So before all of this, I was already looking for someone to partner up with me to create a female and a male Mutos like about 5 months ago, since you guys know I'm a big fan of the male and female Mutos designs ever since Godzilla 2014. I always wanted to have figures and have them be part of my collection, and that sadly never came with any company such as NECA, Monster Art. Now, to me, this was a very difficult task because a lot of the sculptors were asking for a very high price on sculpting a Mutos. Actually, I wanted to have a 3-pack and maybe develop a few of them and have a production out there for people to buy or even sponsor me and the sculptors, but it was way too much money and I just couldn't handle it. One of the sculptors that I was talking to, and I was super close to taking his offer, but it was just too much. Thinking about shipping, materials, and everything, it would have been too much. And we're talking about like $500 just for a 6-inch figure, and it wasn't even worth it. So to me, that just sounded very greedy when it came down to sculpting the Mutos pack. A lot of them just wanted so much money, and that was a problem. It was money and shipping just for a small figure around 6 inches. They were already asking for $400, $500. If I wanted the scale to be in 12 inches, it would have been way too much. And they were just asking for so many things. And I do understand that sculpting takes time and effort, but they were asking way too much. I'm a sculptor myself, and I know that they were trying to scam me, and that wasn't a right price. So this was my vision. I was trying to find a group of sculptors willing to help me with this project and partner up with me to create some beautiful pieces for you guys to sell. And what I wanted to do was create a male and a female Mutos along a prime Mutos, I believe that's what it's called. So I wanted to have all three of them together as a pack with different heads, articulation, and I wanted this to be like a small company where we would of course talk to Toho and license everything to make sure we wouldn't get in trouble and become a third party type of company. Now, with that being said, I wanted to create figures that haven't been done before. Like, a lot of people have been asking for so many Godzilla designs that NECA, Monster Arts, or even X Plus hasn't really explored that path yet, or just monsters in general that people have been wanting for so many years, and companies just think that it just wouldn't sell, they're too big, this just wouldn't work for our company. So I wanted to take that chance with a small group of sculptors willing to be in this journey with me. And I'm a small YouTuber, I'm not that big, but I was willing to risk the money that I was making for you guys and create something beautiful, and hopefully you guys would have backed me up, and of course the Godzilla fandom. At that moment, I realized that this was going to be a very difficult task to accomplish, and I kind of gave up because a lot of people were just asking for too much money. There was just too much walls in my way, and I thought of Carla, so I did contact her. I gave her my thoughts, and I told her if she was willing to sculpt a Mutos for me and just sell it for me, or make a prototype, and then we could partner up or do something in the future. So she told me she already had thoughts of developing a Mutos, and I thought that's very interesting. Could you give me more information on it? So she did. She told me about her plans. She told me that Mutos was not the only figure that she wanted to develop or statue, and I of course know the other figures, but I'm just not going to tell you guys because I think that's her responsibility and she deserves all the credits because she's putting in hard work. I am not. I'm just talking to her. I know her and all that, but that's it. And of course, I was rewarded with a wonderful teaser of the female Mutos, and I approved. I told her that it was very beautiful. Everything looked perfectly to match the female Mutos, and that's when I knew about it a long time ago, but I just couldn't tell you guys like I told you. It's not my responsibility. So I'm going to tell you more information on the female Mutos. One of the questions that I asked her was whether or not this was going to be a full-on articulated figure or something like X Plus or a resin kit. She told me that at the time she couldn't answer that question. She didn't really know, and from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a full-on statue. And I did ask her again, and she kind of hinted that it was going to be a statue because articulation was kind of difficult for a figure of that size yet again. Now, she also told me that she wanted the female Mutos to be in scale with Godzilla, but she didn't confirm if this was going to be with the Monster Arts Godzilla 2014, 2019, or X Plus, even NECA figures. So there's no confirmation whether it's for Monster Arts or X Plus, but yesterday she fully revealed the prototype or the full reveal of the male Mutos, and from what I can tell, this looks to be like a statue type of X Plus figure, and it seems to be in scale with the Godzilla 2014 from X Plus, because she did have a comparison between the X Plus Godzilla 2014 and her female Mutos, and I gotta say, size comparison looks perfectly on point. But now the question is whether or not this is on scale with the Monster Arts figures or even NECA figures. And from what I can tell, there's a slight chance it is not in scale with the Monster Arts figures. And of course, she actually has a comparison with the X Plus male Mutos, and they seem to match perfectly fine in scale. And now the question is, how tall is this figure? Taking a guess, the tallest that I would say, looking at Godzilla 2014, which is a 12-inch figure, it's probably around 9 inches tall or even 10 inches tall. The lowest probably 7 to 8 inches tall. I know a lot of people are going to be very disappointed because they wanted a Mutos to scale in with the Monster Arts version, and here I have a comparison of my own X Plus male Mutos with a Monster Arts version. So hopefully that gives you a comparison of how big this female Mutos is going to be. Now, at the time, there's no release date or cost, or if she's going to make a second version that's maybe smaller to be in scale with the Monster Arts line. Who knows if she's going to add articulation later down the road, but I'm trying to convince her to add articulation and give us a in scale version with the Monster Arts, just in case this is actually only with the X Plus Godzilla 2014, since most of us collect Monster Arts and NECA. I know X Plus is very expensive and most of us enjoy articulation, so I'm still trying to contact her, but communication at the moment has been very difficult from her side. I've been trying to do the best as possible to. Now, to me, cost is really going to determine whether or not I'm going to get this statue or figure in the future. I'll say if it's going for over $200, a lot of people are not going to buy it since it is very expensive, and a lot of people nowadays are expecting figures to be around $130, even $100, $150. It's okay, but even King Ghidorah, a lot of people just couldn't afford it, and that was $170 something, almost $200. It was too much for people, and if it has no articulation, that is going to be a turn off for me. I'm going to do the best as possible to convince her to do a second version that has articulation, something that's a little bit smaller for you guys. Carla, if you're watching this video, which I definitely know you watch my YouTube videos, this is my personal feedback to you. Why not develop two female Mutos? One that's in scale with X Plus figures. The second version would be in scale with Monster Arts and NECA figures. And of course, the price would be much affordable for people to buy, since that will be a much smaller figure. And of course, add articulation to the smaller version, since people want it for the Monster Arts and NECA figures. People are expecting articulation. Now, the bigger in scale version that you have with X Plus, that's perfectly fine. Keep it like that, like a statue. Those guys love their statues, no articulation, impressive details. That's perfectly fine. I think you have accomplished one of the best looking female Mutos out there, and congratulations to you. Now, the following thing that I want to talk about is Godzilla statue, Thailand Collector. Now they have worked on a few resin kits here and there, and this caught my eye. Yesterday they also revealed a resin kit or a statue of Rodan and King Ghidorah fighting each other from their battle that looks just very epic. This statue looks very impressive with the water effect, Ghidorah holding on to Rodan, and it's very beautiful. You can see that they pay a lot of attention to detail on King Ghidorah, his wings, his scale, his horns, Rodan. They look exactly like in the movie. They have a few prototypes here and there. I know they have a Mothra, they have different things that they are developing at the time, and this definitely caught my eye because it looks very beautiful. And I think other companies, and I'm talking about like huge companies, they have a lot of money, they have the rights to Godzilla, they should be doing something like this. Like, why is it that small teams or just a smaller group of people are putting so much hard work into developing something beautiful, and why are bigger companies not doing the same job as a smaller team? It doesn't make any sense. And not everybody has the money, but at least you can tell they are putting a lot of love and effort into making a lot of Godzilla stuff, such as resin kits, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Godzilla. So it's very impressive. At the moment, there is no release date, price, or just anything. Everything that you're watching right now is in prototype form. Things could change. I've been in contact with them, and I actually offered them to partner up with me if I could somehow, support them with some money or get a free sample for me to review. Of course, I'll do it. I'll give you guys a review. In exchange, I'll give you guys credits. I'll leave your links. I'll support you guys. And it's not something that they have to do, but go check them out, go support them, show them some love, because people like them definitely deserve more exposure. They deserve a lot of people to go check them out, like Carla. They definitely have a lot of talent. I'm talking about both of them right here, and it's just impressive to see how well and how far they have actually come. And that just shows you that dreams do come true. Never give up and always go after your dreams. My final thoughts: I think the female Mutos looks very impressive. There's a lot of details on it. If there could be articulation, that would be even better. I definitely recommend two versions like I told Carla. And for them, for the Thailand Collector or Godzilla Thailand Collector, very beautiful, very impressive. I definitely love King Ghidorah. I think it's one of the most beautiful King Ghidorahs I have seen, along with the X Plus. Rodan looks extremely good, and best of luck. If you guys do wish to contact me, please feel free to contact me via Facebook. You guys know my links to my Facebook already. I would love to review the female Mutos and this statue right here. So thank you guys so much, and best of luck to both of you and to anybody creating magnificent work out there for Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is Ruby Gaming X. I'll catch you guys next time.